So it's been a few months since we had our Big Beard battery install, and you guys probably want to know, how's it doing? Did we do any upgrades since then? And do we still love it?
Right? Did we do upgrades? Come on now. Yeah, that's why we're doing another video, because we did some amazing upgrades. Let me walk you through this, because nerd.
Yeah, and someone's got to film it, so I'm going to let Chris talk you through this one.
Yeah, you know, because she did all the work when we built it.
Absolutely.
That's how I roll.
And what do we got there?
We got pretties.
Yeah, we do.
So this is our solar system. Bear with us. We're going to go through it, show you everything, because we really need to explain the upgrades that we did since we did this initial install, which we will have that linked at the end of the video, so you can go back and watch the whole install. But to start with, we have a full Victron system. Our batteries are Big Beard. So we have Big Beard batteries running a Victron system. We have two multi-plus-2s, which are 3,000 watt inverters. One thing I will point out is we decided to do a 24 volt system.
What did I just say?
So this isn't a standard 12 volt system. This is a 24 volt.
Great Scott!
So we have 6,000 watt total inverter between the two. So 3,000 and 3,000. The reality, it's about 4,800 watts. You get about 2,400 watts. Now, in between, we have an autotransformer, which I absolutely love. One thing you'll learn about RV manufacturers, they never put a balanced load. Like you have leg 1 and leg 2. Inevitably, in our trailer, like darn near everything's on leg 1. So if Martha was using the heater, a blow dryer, and an AC, boom, we're done. We're out.
And the microwave.
Ooh. Is it ready?
Oh, and throw in the microwave. So what the autotransformer does is it takes the power that's being used on leg 1 and splits it so that you get a balanced load between leg 1 and leg 2, no matter what you're running. This has been a game changer for us. This is what allowed us to do 3,000 watt inverters versus doing 5,000 or bigger, because I've heard of people going all the way up to 10 now, but the 3,000s work good.
Now for me, what that means is that I can just use power or plugs anywhere in the RV, and I don't have to worry about, am I on leg 1 or leg 2? It just works.
That's all that
that's all that matters.
That's what we were
for
going for. We have two 300 amp hour 24 volt batteries, which equates to about 600 amp hours per battery at 12 volts. So these two batteries are the equivalent to 12 100 amp hour 12 volt batteries. That's what we had on our first one, the 340. And that was a completely different build. Go back and watch that one too. It's a good one. One upgrade that we did that was above my pay grade, because I haven't done this, but I really loved what they did, is our friends Charles and Mark that own Unplugged RV Solar. We went to their rally down in Texas, and while we were down there, we got this little box installed. And you're probably thinking, so what? What is it? And if you can see, there's all kinds of little switches in there. I'll give you the very simple terms. That box plugs into our servo, or the brain of our system.
Time circuits on, flux capacitor, fluxing.
The brain tells that to turn the generator on. So if we're out boondocking, or in our case, mooch docking right now, and our batteries get down to 20%, that little module relays the information to the generator, tells the generator, hey, turn on, charge me up. So it automates our entire system.
So for those of you who don't know what mooch docking is, we are staying outside of our friend's house in their driveway.
And we'll explain more about that in just a minute. Do you want to go see the generator?
Here's our onboard generator.
So we have a Cummins Onan 5500 LP, so liquid petroleum or propane generator. Now you're probably thinking, if you're building a solar system, why did you need a generator? Well, you need a generator of some sort, whether it's a portable or an onboard. We had this trailer built for us by Alliance. We ordered it. So I wanted to have a redundant system on board with no portables needed, which is what we had in the last one. We had two portable 3,000 watt generators that we parallel.
And what do we got up here, Mr. Peters?
So these are our charge controllers. We have 3 charge controllers. So we have 3 different sets of solar panels. The first one, for this big one, the 150/85, we have 4 400 watt panels on the roof. We had those panels put on when we had the RV built at Alliance. This one is holding, this one charges our 200 watt, or takes the power from our 200 watts. So we have 4 200 watt panels, and the little one over there has 2 400 watts. So did you catch that? We got 8, 8, and 16.
Now the 400-watt panels, one comes standard on the RV that we purchased. We purchased 3 additional 400-watt solar panels, and Alliance installed those for us.
Right.
Just so we know.
Yeah, and we did pay for those.
We did
This
pay.
wasn't hashtag sponsored. This is hashtag broke.
That would have been nice.
Right?
I will say this is a very nice, clean install. So whoever did that, my goodness.
Well, that would be us, darling.
Oh, that's right. It was us.
One of the things I do want to point out that we did, just as an abundance of caution, so these are breakers, and you'll notice that we have PV cables or solar cables coming from the roof, and we literally have a breaker on both the in and out, or the hot and the ground. And so we put breakers all across. Just something that we were told by Todd at NRVTA and Big Beard Batteries, that when we're doing a solar build at his shop, that's the way he likes to do it, and I'm fine with it. I like the idea that I can absolutely turn everything off and isolate it. Well, you know, electrocution hurts. Ask me how I know.
I will say Todd is an RV solar genius.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's go down here. This is a new addition too. This is the factory battery. And if you remember, during our solar build, we didn't touch the 12-volt system. Well, we found that there was one thing that wasn't working real well, and we had a 100 amp hour Renogy battery in here to start with. We upgraded that 100 amp hour Renogy to a 300 amp hour 12-volt Big Beard battery. We have 5 slides and an auto leveling system that uses a lot of power. And the converter in our RV charges our 12-volt system. So we needed to have a lot of juice because that little 100 amp hour battery just wasn't holding up. We did reinforce it with straps underneath because the housing for this from the factory is actually plastic. And a 300 amp hour battery fits fantastic in here. We put some foam around the edges so that we could cushion it and make sure the battery doesn't move around. And then we did a little bit of a strap over the top just to keep them in place. So probably absolutely over redneck engineered, but I can promise you one thing, this darn thing is not moving because we have straps under, straps over, and then of course on top we have the bucket that comes from the factory.
And we were just thrilled that the bucket fit our 300 amp 12-volt battery. That's a mouthful.
Yes, it is. You notice we took off the little snorkel that was on here. You don't need that. We don't have lead acid, so we don't have to worry about breather. So that's why we took that off. That used to be right up here in the corner and came out here up on the RV. On your RV, you may see a hose from here to here, which then comes out here. If you don't have lead acid, you don't have to worry about off-gassing. This is our deployable. So these are 400 watts each, so 800 watts. And we have these set up on that little bitty charge controller, as we said. And the reason we're doing that is if you look where we're mooch docking, why don't you show them that tree? That tree makes it so that we don't get any morning sun at all while we've been here. So by bringing this down, we're basically getting sun noon to 5. And by bringing these out, I'm adding 800 watts more into our system, hypothetically in a perfect world, of course, just making it so that we're not taking so much energy from mooch docking, because we actually have the trailer dialed down to 12 amps. And if you come down here at the end, and I'll explain why that's so important, and this is one of the perks of having Victron.
So this is a 50 amp trailer. And normally, like when we go to RV park, we put it on a 50 amp, sometimes 30.
Right.
But you said we're dialed down to 12?
12. So 50 amp coming out of the trailer. This is our smart plug. That is one of the things that we upgraded when we were at Unplugged RV Solar. They did a smart plug upgrade. It was well worth it and definitely something you guys should consider looking at. So I'm going from 50 amp down to 30 amp down to, well, 12 amp, but a 15 amp breaker. So house plug at normal 110 going up to a 30, up to a 50. So this is a probably an electrical nightmare. So if any of you electrical engineers out there, y'all got to forgive me. But we did use the perks of the Victron system and able to turn it down to 12 amps so that the system will absolutely not draw more than about 900 watts. I'm able to take the system and use multiple components to charge or run our trailer. So by pulling 900 watts out of the house, or 12 amps, and getting about 1800 watts from the solar, I'm able to run 99% of the stuff we need in the RV, and at the end of the night, we're up to 100%. We could run the generator, but you can't do all this. It's kind of either or when it comes to the electrical side. So you either do shore power or you do a generator because of our transfer switch. We're going to go inside. I want to show them what we've done because there's some cool things about this solar system that I can control it on my Apple Watch.
Oh, that's crazy.
Let's set the stage. You're out to dinner with your beautiful bride.
That'd be me.
Yes. And you've got, you know, Fido, Fluffy, and Buddy the bird in your RV, and you want to keep an eye on what's going on. You want to make sure, one, you didn't lose power, two, the temperature's not too hot, and everything's doing what it's supposed to do. Well, the benefits of having a Victron system is you can actually pull it up on your phone, and there's an app called VRM, and that is the resource management, or basically my brain to my system, and it shows me absolutely everything that's going on the system right now. So we can see what we get from shore power, what we're getting from solar power. So right now we're getting 703 watts from shore, we're getting 1,391 watts from the solar, and we're at 98% on our batteries. But what I like is, if you look here, go in close, we have it dialed down to 12 amps like we explained. And we have Bluetooth system set in here through Ruby that tells us what our temperature is. So you can see the fridge, you can see the freezer, you can see your pass-through. In our case, we have the interior from when we had Cali. All right, so you've seen the phone. Now you want to go subtle, nerd. You pull out your Apple Watch, and on here I have, let's go ahead, reload the system, VC Paradigm.
For Venturesome Couples Paradigm.
Exactly. So you can see in here, our batteries are at 98%. We're getting 99 watts from the grid. We're getting 1.4 kilowatts from solar. We have our DC loads, and look at that, start generator. So that system that Mark and Charles put in will be able to remotely start our generator from my watch, from my phone, from an iPad, from any computer. You can do that. The other thing you can do is you can actually look at, in our case, propane levels. Can you see it? You got propane levels and the temperatures of everything. So you can make sure Buddy the bird is doing okay. And if Buddy's not, you start the generator, fire everything up, and then you can start your AC. Now, is this overkill? I don't know. Let us know what you think in the comments. For us, this has been an amazing upgrade.
We can still turn the generator on by the switch inside on the panel.
Oh yeah, all the manual stuff works, but you know, I'm a gadget guy. I like my automation. I want to be able to hit a button and say, work.
So we know it works on the Apple Watch. That's all we have. We don't know if it works on any of the other smartwatches. I don't see why it wouldn't. But,
or Android.
Or Android. If you have those smart watches, let us know down below in the comments if you have an Android watch, other type of smartwatch, if it works on yours.
Yeah, I mean, if you're running this off Android or you're running your solar system off Windows, let us know what you guys use, because again, we're Apple family. I can nerd on my watch and control everything. Of course, I can do it on my phone, but I can also control it on the wall. So we have a little bitty touch 50 screen, and let's walk through it. So this is the same thing that was on the phone. You're getting 635 watts from the shore. We're bolt charging. We're getting 1,377.78 watts from our solar, and our trailer is using 233 or 220 watts, and our battery's at 99%. Now, what I like to be able to do is, you could tell, oh boy, we need to refill our propane, darling.
Yes, we do.
We need to fill our propane. We're a little short, but we could check our propane, and then you can click on environment. So these are freezer, fridge, living room, and pass-through.
This is heavy duty, Doc. This is great.
So we can see visually what our environment is, what our propane's at, all of our temperatures, our batteries, and what the system is actually doing. And then again, we can start the generator on here. We can start the generator on the switch on the RV. You can do it on the phone. You can do it on the watch. It gives us complete redundancy. So we do like to go boondocking. We're not hardcore and go months and months and months at a time, but when we go harvest hosts and things like that, we want to live comfortable. Mama wants her coffee in the morning, and I ain't getting in the way of that.
What I'm excited for is we're going to go to Quartzsite RV Show in 2026 for the first time.
Yes.
And who else is going to be there?
I don't know, a whole bunch of people, but I bet you Big Beard Batteries is going to be there.
Big Beard Battery, that's right. So I'm excited because we're going to be able to use this solar system out there, boondocking, for the Quartzsite RV Show.
Yes. Now, there's one other piece to the solar system that is extremely important from our perspective, because as you all know, we work on the roads. Let me show you over here.
Why is there pink duct tape that says Starlink, Mr. Peters?
Why? Hold up. You're just going to put me on blast like that on camera?
Yep.
I have questions.
Starlink will fly.
What?
Yes. If you forget to take your Starlink dish off the roof and you go down 405 freeway in California at 60 miles an hour, it gets Red Bull and gets wings.
It's a Starlink dish for the RV, not a rocket going to the sky.
Yeah, I forgot to pull the Starlink off the roof. I'm just cruising and all I hear is, oh!
Starship.
I look in the mirror. There's my Starlink flying away as Martha is following me.
Okay, when I said, oh,
Starship.
I was on the phone with Chris, following behind in our Tesla, and I saw that satellite dish just fall off. Luckily, no one was in that lane, and Chris happened to look out his side mirror, and he saw it hit the ground when I saw it hit the ground, and then it got ran over. So we had to order another Starlink dish, which we have the Gen 3, and now I told Chris I'm going to get pink duct tape. I'm going to tape it in here when we pull the slides in, and our auto leveling, we have pink duct tape there as well too. And I wrote Starlink on there, and I said, that way we have a checklist, because we've been RVing differently. We've been staying 3 weeks to a month at one spot, and we got complacent.
And Starlink got wings and flew. Speaking of Starlink, we wired it in on the 12-volt system. So that little silver box up there is a converter. And so it takes it from basically 110 power, which is, house power, and then converts it in at, I think it's 56 volts, and then converts it to the router going out at 12 volts. So let's nerd that a little simple. Basically, we remove the house plug from Starlink, and we are plugging it directly into the trailer so that the 12-volt system works as an uninterruptible power source. We lose power for whatever reason, our internet doesn't go down. We can see what's going on with our thermostats because they're all run off 12-volt. And then our 24-volt system with the inverters controls the 110, the house side of the RV. Ultimately, everything will continue to run no matter what happens power-wise outside of this RV. For us, that was a huge win, because I swear for like 6 months straight, every park we went to lost flinging power.
So what do you guys think of our solar and solar upgrades with our Big Beard battery? I'm thrilled. It's been working fantastic.
I promise you I don't want to spend any more money on solar stuff at this point. I feel like we got the perfect system for us now.
We do. Oh, and one other thing. So I can still run the dishwasher in our RV off solar, and our washer and dryer. I mean, obviously not all at the same time. I still practice power management, but I can at least run one at one time.
Yeah, one at any time you want.
Yes, what he said.
Well, give us a thumbs up if you like this video.
Don't forget to subscribe if you have not subscribed already.
Please do. It means the world to us, and it's completely free to you.
Yeah, and ring the bell so you'll know when our videos come out.
Right? Because you're not gonna want to miss the fact that I threw a Starlink off on the freeway. Come on now, you know that's good stuff.
And most importantly,
enjoy every moment, even when you're paying the stupid tax.